Did you know that Ron Barron just claimed that investing in Tesla stock is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Who wouldn't want the chance to change their life? Continue reading and watching to learn why Ron Barron made this statement. The world economy has been severely impacted by the many problems the world has been facing lately. Earning money got even more difficult than before. Given the present stock market swings, investors who earn their money through hard effort rather than just luck are very concerned about how their assets will fare. You'll learn why Ron Barron believes that Tesla stock is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity in today's video. Notwithstanding current problems, an investor is any individual or entity that invests money in the hope of making a profit. The market participant that the general public most frequently identifies with the stock market is an investor. Those who buy stock in a firm with the expectation that it will do well in the long run are known as investors. An investment generates income by raising its value to other investors or by paying out dividends. Income can be received in the form of dividends on stocks or interest payments on bonds. Getting a return on their investment is the main reason. Okay, some stockholders own it. There are two main ways that return might occur. Either the stock price increases or it appreciates. The shares can then be sold for a profit. It is not simple, but it is feasible to become a millionaire in the stock market. If that is your goal, to make a lot of money with investments, you don't have to be affluent, but you do need the appropriate plan. The secret to being wealthy in the stock market is strategy. Insiders in the financial industry are aware that stock prices fluctuate greatly. Since the stock market is just the total worth of all the stocks that investors own, it too experiences ups and downs. So actually, since 1928, the market has had two largest one-year gains, 52.6%, and losses off 3.8%. On average, though, the market has yielded a 10 return. The average return on 10-year government bonds is 4.8. By contrast, the typical savings account currently pays out 0.9 annually. For this reason, investing rather than just saving can help investors reach their objectives more quickly. Ron Barron recently told CNBC in a statement, this is a huge, once-in-a-generation buying opportunity, huge, monstrous opportunity. Ronald Stephen Barron, also known as Ron Barron, is an American investor and mutual fund manager who founded Barron Capital, an asset management company that specializes in providing growth stock investing solutions after the June 2022 crash. Barron Growth, the $10 billion flagship fund for buy and hold investors with a yearly turnover of less than 3%. In addition, Barron owns one of the largest homes in the Hamptons, which he built for a total of $152 between 2001 and 2009. Now, it's worth a lot more. Ron Barron currently has a $4.02 billion net worth. Recent comments from Barron indicate that Tesla easily outperformed Wall Street's estimates of $18 in sales and $2.20 to $2.30 per share. Furthermore, Tesla's operating profit exceeded experts' expectations by almost $1 billion. As a result, Tesla shares saw a 5% surge in after-hours trading, reaching $10.17 per share, a notable rise from the closing price of almost $976. Despite others losing hope in Tesla, Barron is still optimistic about the company's stock. Some people could even doubt Barron's reliability and the value of his advice. It should be mentioned that. Similar to today, the COVID-19 epidemic brought about the economic collapse of 2020. Indeed, 2020 might have been far worse. With a 40-50 decline in shares, Barron stated that he would like to repurchase additional Tesla stock even at that time. This occurred during a period of global hardship brought on by restricted trade, a lack of supplies, and a general sense of being imprisoned up at home with no way out. Barron continued to think that Elon Musk's businesses, SpaceX and Tesla, had a lot more room to develop. He thinks Tesla has 10 times more potential. In the next 10 years, SpaceX will expand by a factor of 20, he added. He had earlier projected that Tesla would expand similarly. Presumably, Barron, as he did in 2020, views the current volatility in stock prices, including Tesla's, as an opportunity. While other investors have expressed grave concerns that the Tesla CEO has been neglecting the company, perhaps leading to a collapse in the company's stock, he seems unconcerned about Elon Musk's position on Twitter. Barron notes that Musk's Twitter investment is worthless and that he intends to hold Tesla stock for at least the next 8 years. He even projects that the shares will rise dramatically over the next 10 years. Reiterating his 2020 claim that there is 10 times more to go with Tesla, Barron stated, "I think we're going to make 3, 4, or 5 times our money on Tesla from here," in a recent interview on a CNBC Squawk Box episode. Barron recently told a CNBC that since his company bought $380 million worth of Tesla stock, its investment had grown 20-fold to $6, 2 cents billion dollar. Although the stake is concentrated nearly 13% of Barron Capital's assets under management, Ron isn't concerned about its size and believes there is still more to come. Ron Barron correctly predicted in 2016 that Tesla Inc. would rank among the world's most valuable firms, and the company accomplished just that. This is presumably the reason Barron isn't changing his mind about Tesla shares, even in the face of potential negative economic news. Do you believe that Ron Barron was correct to suggest that there is a great opportunity to purchase Tesla stock at this time? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. What should be kept in mind when making investments and owning stocks? Dennis Gartman once said, "Leave winners running." The Gartman letter is a technical market analysis newsletter edited and published by Dennis Gartman. Leading banks, brokerage firms, mutual funds, hedge funds, energy trading corporations, and grain trading companies are among the clients of the newsletter. According to Gartman, be patient with winning trades, be enormously impatient with losing trades. Recall that, provided our losses are little and our gains are substantial, it is still feasible to earn substantial profits from trading and investing, even if we are only correct 30 of the time. Just this one sentence covers a number of common errors made by novice investors. First, let winning transactions run. Don't sell as soon as you see a profit. Secondly, follow through on a lost trade. Market-making investors can afford to lose a small amount of money on a trade, but they cannot afford to lose a large amount. As Warren Buffett puts it, conduct the study. Most people agree that Warren Buffett is the most successful investor in history because he is not only among the wealthiest people on the planet, but he has also gained the financial trust of many presidents and international figures. He said it's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. He states that there are 2 methods to assess a business. First, consider the equity of the organization, and second, consider the cost. Are you a big fan of a specific stock? Add 10 or so items from your portfolio to it. Make the concept matter. According to Bill Gross, wise investment ideas shouldn't be spread too thin and become useless. Fund manager and investor Bill Gross is from the United States. Most novice investors are aware of the general principle of diversification, which states that you shouldn't put all of your money into one company. Taking calculated risks based on thorough study is another aspect of making money in the market. It's crucial to always have some cash on hand in case you come across an opportunity that requires a bit more funding. Tsla bin Kyle, well-known Saudi financier and the man behind the Kingdom Holding Company, says that patience is essential. Prince Alauddin bin Talal did what many of the wealthiest investors do to accumulate wealth during times of intense pressure. In the late 1990s, he held on to his investments. Strong convictions and thorough research enable investors to hold for extended periods of time and weather choppy market situations. One of the richest men on the planet, Carlos Slim, suggests planning ahead. All right. Rather of focusing on the here and now, astute investors make their investments for the future by analyzing the momentum of a business or an economy as a whole and how it interacts with its rivals. They always consider the future. All things considered, investing carries some risk, but there are important things to keep in mind and tactics to take into account to reduce that risk. Like any other investor, Barron does his research and studies market and number movements for some time before making a wise choice. Barron is still optimistic about Tesla shares, presumably due to the company's strong performance in spite of several obstacles. Entrepreneur, engineer, SPAC sponsor, founder, and CEO of Social Capital Champions, Polyhapidia, agrees with Barron that Tesla stock has a promising future and will likely double or even triple in value in the years to come. For additional content on Tesla stocks, subscribe to our channel and view our other videos.